Hey guys, Tightrope here, bringing you a 2v2 today. We are on Eindhoven country. Playing today, spawning in the south, we have Cinek playing as Soviets, immediately going for industry. Teaming up with him, CloudCore, also as Soviets, immediately going for reserve army. From the north, we have SkyGreen as OKW with special operations, Overwatch, and Scavenge. And finally, flamethrower2322 with Ostheer, who has Spearhead, Jaeger infantry, and Jaeger armor. In terms of rankings here, this is a Patreon backer submitted game. I got them up. Cinek, just under 400. CloudCore 310. SkyGreen 370. And Flamethrower 320. So a pretty even matchup between these two teams. Very similar rankings. So conscript start for both the Soviet players. A coup wagon for SkyGreen. Getting around on the side of the machine gun. Nicely done there by Cinek. Maybe a bit greedy with that machine gun positioning. A whole bunch of wire down, trying to cover this fuel point. He should have moved in a little bit earlier than this. Fires maybe should run over to this side as well. Getting close over here. Just a bit late for that now though. Switch sides. A few slight mistakes there from Flamethrower and how to handle that engagement. Meanwhile, double conscripts charging ahead. So they're going to go for the kill on the Kubel wagon. But they're not penetrating like almost any shot. He's getting really bad pin luck on that Kubel. That's crazy. Does have a couple spots wrapping around from the other side though. Might be able to catch it. Get a few hits in here. That Kubel's armor held up really well there. That is really good luck for SkyGreen. Oh, spoke too soon. Here comes Cinek. And that one, there we go. That's a bit more like it. SkyGreen's luck finally runs out. Sometimes it's like a good idea, you know, if there's like a Volkswagen there and a Kubel there, to like not shoot at the Kubel for a while until you like run in closer on it, and then switch all your focus fire to it at once. And then like the sudden drop in health can kind of catch your opponent off guard. You won't expect it. Because if you're just like shooting at a constant rate as you charge ahead, it's pretty easy for them to gauge what's going on and when they need to start backing away. Here we go, a big time retreat from CloudCore, and the Stumpires, as we saw, did push down onto the fuel point, got a mine up there. So maybe the Axis with slightly better territory control to this point. Nice mine, but combat engineers don't have the staying power to do anything else there. Trying to plant another mine down, and actually does manage to complete it. Don't have any combat engineers nearby either to sweep these up. So they're trying to stand on the edge of the circle. Might work enough for Cinek. No, hits it there as he tries to plant the sandbags. Only lost one model to it though. Yeah. That's why sometimes it's, you know, it's not that valuable to put those shoe lines down against Soviets early on. You know, dropping one or two conscript models is not that valuable unless you're going to try put them on, you know, the roadways. Try and catch a light vehicle later in the match. Generally, I feel you're better off trying to save those early munitions for the STGs. Or if you are mechanized for the neg crates, so on and so forth. Well, doesn't get suppressed somehow. Bit of good fortune there for Cinek. Don't worry about a rifle nade across here though. It was a cheeky move. Conscript's making use of the sandbags. We've got a Maxim coming in now for Cinek, CloudCore, A lot of manpower floating, has not got any tech going. Really needs to do something here. Probably like a second combat engineer to starting some tech would be a good option. 600 manpower at this stage, still about half a command point away from a commissar as well, if that was the plan. Just a little bit too much, and of course building your tech structures does gain you some command points, so it can accelerate you towards that next unit from tech. It's one of my big moves when I did the Brenmando strategy. Sometimes you just have to tech up to try and get the command points for the commandos. In common occurrence. Ooh! Foxtree actually died quite fast there all of a sudden, but I suppose there are 3 squads, the entire army of CloudCore right here. So there we go. SkyGreen having a bit of a nightmare to start things out. Kugel and a Foxtree there down. No anti-tank grenades for Cinek though. And now these conscripts in some trouble. Conscripts from CloudCore coming from the side does have PPSHs in the build. And just popped anti-tank grenades now as well. Doesn't have the munitions for them though. Quite yet. In the meantime, these conscripts are getting blitzed. They're so low in health. But here come the PPSHs. Yeah, it just wants to save some manpower, decides to get out of there. I think that's a good choice. There's so much manpower for CloudCore. This is really... Can't afford to have this much float in the early game. It's a tight contest. You know, 2, maybe even 3 units behind at this stage. It's too much to come back from. Too much to expect to be able to fight even with. And even though CloudCore is doing very well against SkyGreen on his side, maybe, you know, with those extra units he could help out his teammate who seems to be in a bit more trouble. Nice infiltration grenades there though from SkyGreen. It's the decoy on the Maxim. Conscripts are a little bit slow picking this up as well. I thought with the high health conscript he'd try to jump on and get out of there. He's left it behind, so that's not a very good move. Trying to recover that team weapon should have been the #1 priority. We do have a T-70 rolling up. Did also go for a ZIS supply truck back here on the fuel point. T-70's going to arrive just a little bit too late to do anything about that MG steal. No AT gun yet though for flamethrower. Did go for 4 grenadiers, so it's a little bit later getting that going. Only 1 combat engineer though for Cinek, so it appears after taking this Faust they're going to be quite slow coming through. Looks like CloudCore going to go for the team weapon drop. Has picked up a 4th conscript as well. Oh, and the 222 coming in looking to finish off the T-70. Should be able to do it. T-70 would have to get absurdly lucky to survive that. Concussive grenade out. Should allow the Sternpires to actually retreat out of here alive. So it was a decent move. There's the flak. Causing a bunch of retreats there. It's just always so dangerous operating a light vehicle with a damaged engine. Doesn't take much to go wrong for you to then lose it after that. Looks like Cinek, okay. He's going for an EC-76. I think this was a better choice. This is going to slow down the tier 4 tech by a long way. Does give you a chance maybe of killing the flak half track though a bit more than is this, since you can chase it down with SU-76. Meanwhile, CloudCore's got these team weapons crewed finally. And overall this, you know, supply drop, it's pretty balanced, I'd say. It does give you a bit of a discount. I think it's like something like 40 manpower when you take into account like all the reinforcement costs compared to building the team weapons, but then your team weapons are crewed by stronger models. So the team weapon crew, you've got conscripts or combat engineers, which have better received accuracy and more damaging guns, in case they ever do come under fire. It looks like he's chosen to go for combat engineers, which is fine. You know, I think they cost 1 manpower more than conscripts, so it's pretty close. But they do have better target size. And there we go, nice little move. The SU-76 coming around the corner. It's a strong hit on the 222. Exactly what you need to start things off. Trying to go for some kills on the infantry now as well. Should probably be focusing on assisting his teammate, looking for the flak after that kill. And here we go, PPSH is getting something going. Going for some cut-off play. Oh boy, he gets himself in some trouble in front of that Ostheer pack. Even just, yeah, he's generally, you've got to stay on prioritized vehicles with these. The chances of you actually landing a shot is just so low. No munitions for an anti-tank grenade here. Flak. Pop smoke just in case. There's this. What was this doing so far forwards for CloudCore? Ooh, you don't like to see that. Ambitiously trying to go for the kill, but maybe wasn't aware of exactly what was sitting on top of his Zis, and now he turns that weapon over. This is looking ugly right now for the Allies. They're going to have to play hard to get their way back into this. Of course, you know, Cinek having gone for that SU-76, as I mentioned, it's going to slow down the Tier 4 tech by so much. See, CloudCore's already got the ears down and has the fuel for a T-34 at this stage. Cinek, of course, though, it does have a little bit of extra resources. You can see the +7 over his teammate by that Zis. Doesn't give any resources to your teammate, those trucks, so generally caches are more team friendly, but sometimes it can be easier to keep the Zis alive. Zis or Opal Blitz, it was the same thing. Conscripts coming in again for another Molotov. Nice little connection. Stolen Maxim over here, causing some issues. Shutting down those capping attempts. Conscripts though getting out to the far side, so the Allies looking good on the victory points right now. Got a tripwire planted there by Cinek. Always nice to do if you've got free bandwidth in your brain. Inexpensive to plant down. Oh boy, the Maxim dies up here for SkyGreen. How did that happen? And now we're going to get stolen, so CloudCore going to have a double machine gun. Empire is doing their best, but they got the Panzerschreck missing a bit of DPS. Flak half track. Oh. You know, unless the unit's retreating like right next to the flak, it's often not that strong at getting wipes. So sometimes it's a good idea to drive like right into the retreat path. And like as it's driving past the flak, it's generally when the unit will take the most damage. But here we go. Cinek maybe should have seen this one coming. The Sternpire ran right through the fuel point. And that's a dead Zis. Abandoned though, could be finished off or stolen, but he's going to go for the kill. And here we go, Panzer IV rolling up. It's going to be SU-85 first for CloudCore. It's an interesting choice. Before just driving right up here. Cinek's actually gone for a repair station already. SU-76 and the Zis though. Enough to deter the Panzer IV from chasing any further. C76 in hot pursuit, but now in front of all these anti-tank guns. Ooh, so far the vehicle control of Cinek, not very good. Had a chance to back away with the SU-76 and survive, but chose to continue chasing. Tracing grenades onto the Maxim. Oh, he's got just enough men there to survive after that. Doesn't get decrewed. Here comes some more. Only 3 models this time, so 3 grenades. Not nearly as powerful. And they OKW Panzer IV now for SkyGreen. Okay, the PPSHs though, they're getting some work done. I feel like this is, you know, a pretty decent side of the map to be operating with PPSHs on the right hand side. The CloudCore is playing from, there's a lot of like close quarters situations, a lot of blind corners. So PPSH is actually working very well from here. Got the flak base kicking in. AT gun though in a little bit of trouble. The Panzer IV is out of position to save the day. Cinek had now a SU-76, could come in from the rear and start blasting the Panzer IV. Could be very strong, but lost that SU-76, so kind of missing the follow-up here. The Katyusha action coming down, but it's a very long range one, almost from base. So a lot of scatter, not a lot of connections by the rockets. Oh, but here we go! Ooh, good moves there by CloudCore coming in from the side. The Panzer IV is finished off fast but on. Great start to the OKW Panzer IV's career. Decro on that Maxim and getting a strong hit on the Zis as well. SU-76 and Zis setting up on that now though. The stolen Zis there as well. Oh my god, but SkyGreen just sat there with the Panzer IV. All 4 shots connected and penetrated, and he just loses the Panzer IV. Okay, well I think the Allies did kind of need that. Cinek has been struggling a bit. They could do with a couple more of those. And now army size is only a 10 popcat bleed for the Axis. So even things out a lot, and with the double Panzer IVs gone, that's a lot of the early pressure also relieved. Kind of frees up this Katyusha to actually be effective against all these team weapons. Not have to worry about the Panzer IV pressure because Cinek doesn't have an answer to it at all. He's got no anti-tank gun, no tank. Completely powerless against the Panzer IV, but they're both dead, so bit of a get out of jail free card for him at the moment, given the way his game's gone so far. Okay, booby trap goes off. Conscripts get very low, but Obus have to retreat early. Worry about the PPSHs on their retreat path. Not Vet 3 yet, these PPSH conscripts. Maybe if they were Vet 3, might have been able to get the wipe there. Oh, there we go. Oh, look at that! 3 team weapons dead. Oh my god, the mother of all Katyusha barrages, 12 kills. And now SU-76 is just going to polish them off. He's already got 1 anti-tank gun, but he should probably steal 1 of these. Whichever one he wants more. Doesn't actually, oh he can't, right, because of the flak base back there. He doesn't have smoke. Oh, but he can jump on the Raket and try and retreat with it. He's trying to go for the MG34 as well. Raketin gets decrewed a little bit further back. The ISG now barraging the machine gun. Looks like the MG, oh, I was going to say gets out of there, but now the Grenadier's coming in from the side. And now even this Maxim's in some trouble. He didn't try and retreat it until way too late. Oh my god. The swings! Maxim completely destroyed there. Who's going to be able to hold on to these last 2 team weapons though? It looks like it's going to be the Axis. I think going for both team weapons, maybe a little bit greedy by CloudCore. I think maybe, yeah. do have the option of like merging in, getting one of those team weapons up to 6-man to help with the retreat process. So you're trying to crew them both. Crew with one, merge with one, try and retreat. So, okay, here comes some Katyusha barrages. Which was that? 0 kills for CloudCore. Axis haven't recovered the MG34 yet, though. And both the allied players could do with it, really. And now Cinek again going for more of these supply trucks. This is not really what you want to be doing. If you're behind in terms of army like Cinek is, you've got barely any units. You can't be affording like 400 manpower worth of this trucks. You need units to fight with to contest the actual map. And that way you'll get, you know, those extra resources just naturally. And you won't risk losing the game. So yeah, it's not the best, but doing an alright job at the moment, sweeping up a few of these mines. Getting aggressive. Allies have fallen quite far behind on victory points though. I think at one stage they were about 50 up now. 160 behind. Oh no. Big hit from the Panzer IV. Look at all those conscript corpses. And he didn't sweep up all the S-mines on the retreat path, so this could be bad news. Oh, they survived though. That was very close. S-35 wants to kill the flak. Oh, good dodge off to the side by SkyGreen. Made it difficult because he's trying to fire through that choke point. If he tried to fire too far off to the side, would hit the wall anyway, so that's a good move. Okay, recon plane shot down almost immediately by that flak half-track to maybe provide a slight moment of vision for this Katyusha. A lot of scatter. Just don't dodge at all though. Drops 3 models and dies. So flamethrower is slow on the dodge, costs him a unit. Here comes CloudCore's Katyusha now. The Raketen out the back. SkyGreen much faster on the dodge though, getting out of there. Okay, chasing down. For a wipe and maybe a bit of blocking by his own Raketen crew. Doesn't quite get the wipe though, that was reasonably close. But a KV2 meanwhile on the other side, and Flamethrower rather confusingly opted to go for another Panzer IV quite a lot later on. So a rebuild on the Grenadiers, so just in no real position to fight back against this KV2 right now. Just the one anti-tank gun. Allies though under the triple cap right now. Let's get some big time capping happening. Do have tier 4 down for flamethrower. It's about 40 fuel away from a Panther though.
Forces are securing our territory.
Could also be considering Jaeger armor. Maybe the Elephant is quite a lot further off. You probably have to go for a second anti-tank gun to assist with that stall. Onto the team weapons, and pretty good connections actually back there as well. He's just skating out of there alive. That was a close one. Maybe 2 off to a strong start. 5 kills, nearly vet 1 already. Once it gets Vet 2, once it gets that big range bonus, that's when it's actually terrifying to fight against. Here comes the Katyusha, a little further out the back. Bit of damage. Might catch the Obus though. No. 35 looking for some hits. Got the Raketin right there though. I'm sure the focus Simo saw that and was like, oh, maybe I won't take any damage here in return. I'll just back away. Do have that repair station. It's got the KV2 back up to full strength and that's gone to siege mode, is it called firing positions? So it's got the boosted up range. It does actually. 30 range. KV2 is a mobile. Oh, conscript squad dead up here. Is that just some air smites? Looks like maybe. Another Katyusha out the back on the MG42. Just come in for some AT nades. MV2 doing some mega long range shots there. Long travel time on those hits. Okay, it's going to be Panther from Flamethrower. No elephant. A little bit of scattering damage here by the KV2. It's not really getting the clean hits. Now the pack's actually lining up. Might actually lose this here. He's going to lose vision though. It's something to continue spotting for the pack. It is now trying to deactivate, trying to get out of there. Shut the back. It's doing alright. Nothing incredible. S-35 rolling up here. He wants the kill on the Panzer IV. This is very risky. The pack's there, but the pack missed the first shot on the S-35, it looked like. And splitting his damage here as well. That's not the best. Just kept all the focus fire on the S-35. I think it would have died. Fresh Panther on the field, but a fresh S-35 make it quite risky to dive in here. It's a mine. Could this be the end of the Panther? As soon as it hits the field, the conscripts are uraring in. Would an anti-tank grenade be enough to kill here? So we'll find out. No, we won't, because the S-35 got the kill. Meanwhile, conscript dead in the center. Just about lost two of them. But here we go, Cinek, big moves, got that mine there, saving the day against the Panther. Decreased the pack as well. That's good news because I think that was Vet 2 or very close to it. Vet 2 for quite Vet 1 for quite a long time at least. Repair stations doing their best. KV2 keeps making itself in combat though. Oh my god, S-35 was Cinek. An absolute game winner right here. Close range Katyushas. Doing alright. Oh, the Katyushas. And then the KV2. The pack's in some trouble for Flamethrower and he loses it. Oh, it's all gone to custard. Flamethrower. It was sitting riding high. Huge army, Panther, Panzer IV pack, all gone. Kept all his infantry alive though. Axis still in control of the VPs. Allies are really falling behind in that department. They've got some nice kills, but need to convert that into the map control. mention this, but we did have a howitzer by CloudCore. Got off to a decent start, 4 kills. Might be a slight overinvestment into indirect fire at this stage. One Howie, 2 Katyushas between the allies. They need some units to fight for the victory points a bit more. And those indirect fire pieces, they can win you the game long term, but in the short term when you're about to tick under 100 points, you make sure you don't lose before you can win. Panzer IV out the far side, actually a little bit isolated. Bounces the first T-34 shot, otherwise this conscript squad could have got in there for an anti-tank grenade for the engine damage. And here we go, big move from CloudCore. Oh, mine triggers. 2 Raketans here, but they were kind of clumsily positioned. T-34's driving in. S-35 decided to nope out of there. Can the T-34 survive this? There's an opportunity here. Double Raketans got to line up. If this T-34 had just continued circling around, could have been a completely different story. But either way, good for CloudCore. Killed the Panzer IV. Only lost 1 T-34 in return, and it was the low vet one as well. So, oh. Here we go, big moves coming in for Cinek. Look how deep he is into Axis territory. It looks like a freshly constructed cache by Flamethrower. Very similar story. Why are you building, a cache, or is this when you're this far behind an army? Didn't have any anti-tank at all to help deal with what Cinek had on the field, and decided to go for a cache instead of an anti-tank gun. Luckily his teammate coming across to assist. And very lucky for Cinek, one of those Raketan shots missed. So the T-34 survived. Mechanized truck for SkyGreen has died. And these Katyushas, the second one now, actually getting some tremendous hits. Both of them are going to get away though. Very close call. Should be nice for the Katyusha veterancy. Up to Vet 2 now, 31 kills. KV2 meanwhile on the far edge. Oh boy, but what's going on over here? Katyusha forgotten about, takes a Panzerfaust, and then the pack mops it up. So we're just talking about how good that Katyusha was for Cinek, and he loses it. Gotta watch out for those recon planes. Another T-34 in the build for Cinek. Ober's dead on the far side here, maybe forgotten about by SkyGreen. PPSH conscripts, they are pretty good against Obers. Against OMG Obers at least, maybe not my STG ones. And Flamethrower kind of overstaying his welcome in a few of these fights. Easily be a few more squad wipes from this KV2, especially being clumped up on the wrong side of cover like that with that pyre. What's that walking Stuka doing? 3 kills so far. I know I killed a mine over here, but that first barrage I think was largely unsuccessful. Now KV2 at that Vet 2, it's got the better range, both set up and not. Come the double Raketans. They're so clumped up, they take a huge hit. And now the Katyusha's coming in as well. Looks like SkyGreen about to lose both his Raketans. Oh, why did he not retreat with this one? Just kind of throws it away and it gets destroyed by the Katyusha. Oh man, what a turnaround. What really a bit of a collapse from the Axis. Comfortably in the lead, but how quickly things can shift. But yeah, You know, when you've got such a long-range tool like this, you gotta be so careful because it can fire back on your anti-tank guns. Gotta make sure that you're kind of, well, ideally spread out, right? You don't want one shot from the KV-2 to almost decrew both your Raketens. Just one hit. Anyway, we got a Panzer IV from SkyGreen. A little bit confused about this, but we'll see how he gets on with it. Might be okay. Still only up against one T-34 for CloudCore. CloudCore actually doesn't have enough room in the army for another one. Oh, this could be trouble. A couple AT guns lining up. The recon plane providing some vision. Pack hits vet now. KV-2's just healthy enough to roll its way out of there. One of those packs was a vet 1. He could have popped target weak point combined with that. Been a different story, but they hadn't received that vet as that fight kicked off. Okay, Panzer IV. Gotta get out of there this time. T-34 coming in from the side. Oh no, the SU-85's there as well. But a blocking from the T-34 as well. And that's the end of the Panzer IV. Oh yeah, that's not good for SkyGreen. He doesn't have any support for it really. He's got one Shrek and that's it. Both those Raketens did. He really couldn't defend Panzer IV. Coming up to the far side though, the Axis are not giving up yet. The SU-85 for Cinek did end up dying to these double anti-tank guns. And the KV is quite badly damaged, but here we go, big move. Triple T-34s rolling up. Looks like they want to go for the kill on the truck, and the SU-85 back there as well, chipping in. SkyGreen going to be very limited on his vehicle options after this loss. Pretty much only the King Tiger, and he's so far away from that in terms of fuel. All three T-34s rolling through. The recon plane up for Cinek now as well. No flak half-track to shoot that down anymore, so it's much stronger of a tool. One Raketen now for SkyGreen. And here comes the Shrek as well. Cinek maybe pushing things a little bit too far here. He's going to lose one T-34 at least. Reinforce here SkyGreen, but he's not doing it. Oh, this is not the best control. Faust about to come off cooldown. Howie coming down out here as well. You can get to a friendly fire kill on these T-34s. We got Faust on that one. Oh, but the walking Stuka dies out the back. SkyGreen just feels like he's completely overwhelmed trying to defend what is happening right now. And the PPSH is coming in from the other side, getting a decrew on the pack. That's getting polished off by the SU-85. The final T-34 does fall. But in the meantime, all of these team weapons out the back have been polished off. And the KV-2, the full disrespect, just going to set up right on the Axis doorstep and start sieging them. But look what we got here. A wee elephant. Missing its first shot though on the KV. SU-85 backing out. The Katyusha finishes the job on the battle group. Looks like Cinek was paying attention though from that first missed elephant shot. Started to pack up immediately. The elephant again. Panzer Shrek. Oh, he doesn't quite get one in there. If he had, I think the elephant could have got the kill, honestly. And flamethrower, you can see, still got a reasonable sized army, similar to Cinek after losing all of those T-34s. CloudCore actually lost to T-34 all the way back here. I guess that was to a mine. Maybe a Talamine. Cinek doesn't have any sweepers. CloudCore does, but I guess they didn't go through the center or something. But still, it's looking grim for the Axis. They themselves very long victory points now after this period of dominance by the Allies. KV-2 doing some cheeky stuff from behind this house. Can attack round through that sometimes though, with the Elephant. Recon playing up for flamethrowers. He's trying to push back onto the field, see where the vulnerabilities are. Do have a Maxim out the back though, can't do much about that. Any indirect fire, no smoke. It's back at base at the moment. Oh, that's in range. It'd be about a 20 range away. Ah, 20 range Vet 2 smoke. There we go. I honestly, I did not know whether it was 20 range boost from Vet. Oh, what's the Elephant doing here though? Trying to go for some damage on the KV-2, and now it's getting pumped from the side. Oh, and the engine crit, there's no hope of escape. And that'll do for the Axis, it looks like. But they are making some plays. They're getting out to the far edges. But with the Elephant dead, what can you do? So this one is over. Oh, he's just gone full disrespect in the base. Got the Howie coming down out the back here. Flamethrower throwing in the towel. But the Axis still on the VPs. It'd be kind of funny if the Allies just lost this one to... it looks like the... oh, they're not going to go for the cap. The AI-controlled units. We're going for X speed here because this one looks like the Allies are going to just try to go for an annihilation win instead of finishing off those last few VPs as fast as possible. Nine, 8, 5, 4, 3, 2. Yep, there we go. Didn't quite get the annihilation victory. Oof. So yeah, that was Cinek a little bit sloppy with the light vehicle control, both the T-70 and the Su-76. Su-76 just like charging in here against the AAA T-guns and ended up dying. The T-70, got to be very careful, trying to avoid taking Faust at all costs because, you know, even if your T-70 survives, you know, you still have to back out for repairs, and it's time that it's not doing damage to the enemy. That downtime can give a lot of opportunities for the Axis to do some work, and that really hurt the Allies with their start, and Cinek then investing into the ZIS as well. Just so weak on his side, lost that Maxim early. That really hurt the Allied territory control situation, but couple, you know, big plays. Flamethrower losing that Panzer IV, and then SkyGreen losing his one. And that really got the Allies back into the match with both those mediums dead. From there, you know, a couple slight misplays, I think, from Flamethrower. How deep he was diving in. Ended up hitting that mine with his Panther, losing that, and it was very hard for the Axis to come back after that. I was a little bit surprised by Flamethrower rebuilding the Panzer IV as well. But, oh well. Yeah, the KV-2, pretty good this match. Nearly got Vet 3. Solid performer. And, you know, sometimes if your control is a bit weaker, like it did seem to be for Cinek, you know, play to your strengths. Use like a heavy tank. It's just like less units to control. Easier to handle if you don't have the micro habits built up quite yet. But yeah, good comeback. You know, CloudCore making some big plays down the far side. Really taking it to SkyGreen. Helped out a lot, and a couple big wipes from the Katyushas from both these players. Also really hurt the Axis. The team weapons didn't stand much of a chance. Well, anyway, guys, wrap on that. If you like your game to be cast by me, details are in the video description below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all for the next thrilling installment. Goodbye and good luck.